These are my tips for you on helping your newborn sleep longer, sleep better. I'm in my baby's room. Number one, whenever I gave my newborn a bath, he would sleep for 3 to 4 hours. Like, baby would have a bath, if not every day, it would be every second day. Although like they're not that dirty, you don't need to give them a bath every day, but I would just like put him in the tub, in his tub of course, but I would just put water on him if I wasn't going to use any wash, and just helped a lot. Moisturize and do everything, get him ready for nap time, swaddle him up. I loved the swaddles that I had, by the way, which that's another thing, but I'll get back to that. And baby would sleep. I didn't have to worry. Within the first week and a half, I would just use like a cloth and like clean his head and everything, but I wouldn't fill up the tub because I didn't want it to get on his umbilical cord. Another thing that was huge for my baby to fall asleep and not be crying, not be whining, is a soother. I got like a gift kit from Advent. I think I just got it from Walmart or Amazon. It came with a couple of them, I think 2. I ended up getting a few more. I needed them all over the house for the first couple months. I think I stopped giving him the soother around 3 months. I'm glad I did do that because he never developed like an attachment to it as he got older. Also, when I needed sleep and, barely getting any sleep, of course, it's we all know, the soother was so important for me. Like 8 in the morning or whatever time he was waking up, he would cry. I would play shush noises on my phone. There was one specific one that I liked. I would put that shush sound on and I would stick the soother back in. Sometimes he would spit it out, I would put it back in, he'd spit it out, I'd put it back in, and then eventually he would just like cling on to it and he would sleep for like another hour. Another thing is I did try another brand of soothers, but those ones didn't really work out. I was breastfeeding and I noticed that he would stop latching. When I first started giving him the Advent ones, there was no issue whatsoever, and he actually started like as soon as he was born, like in the hospital. He would take a bottle, he would take he would breastfeed. There was no issue. But then once I tried, I don't know what brand it was, but it was from Walmart. The nipples were like wider. The Advent ones are thinner, and that actually affected his latching. So I think he got a little bit confused. So I stopped using those ones. I was like, okay, maybe when he's a little bit older, I'll use those ones. Yeah, the Advent ones were perfect. I love them, and you should definitely get those for your baby. Another tip I have is having a bassinet that has wheels, not only for my baby, my little boy, but also for myself. He wanted to always, of course, be around me, and other than giving contact naps, I would have him in a bassinet beside me. So I had a bassinet on like our main floor and upstairs, and they both had wheels. I would wheel him to wherever I was. If it was in the living room, if it was in my room, in his room, I would wheel him in there if he is taking a nap, because I've noticed that, like, for example, if I left the room while he was a newborn, he would wake up. He knows when I wasn't around. Also, it helped because he was able to hear noises like everyone talking or me making food or whatever it was. So he also got used to hearing things around him, and when it's silent, even with his white noise, if it was a little bit silent, he wouldn't sleep properly for the first couple months. This was a game changer, honestly. Also, going back to the white noise machine, pretty sure it's white noise. I'm gonna put it right here. This is what it looks like. It has so many different sounds. If I kept the same sound on like consecutively every nap, every night, like, he would wake up. I don't know, it might have just been me. I actually still do that. Sometimes he just doesn't fall asleep to the same one. So literally as soon as I change it, he'll fall asleep. Of course, for the first couple months, for the first few months, actually, you want to do a lot of contact naps. Now my baby is almost 8 months. I don't really do contact naps. Like, it's like once in a while I will, but I can take the free time as much as I can get it. I have stuff to do. They need to smell you. They need to hear your heartbeat. So it's very important. Contact naps are a way to get in naps for sure. They will sleep wonderfully. One of the big tips that I do have is keeping everything dark. So like keep the room dark, close the blinds, even during the day. Diminish the light as much as you can. At the beginning, I was keeping a light on. I was keeping a lamp on. I realized after about, I want to say like 3 weeks, that once I turned off the lights and it was pitch dark, especially at night, it helped a lot. he would definitely sleep for longer stretches. You do have to wake up, and I was told that some people don't do this, but I definitely did. Woke up my baby every 2 to 3 hours for a feeding. So I would just turn on the lamp then, or like even the little sound machine I have, it has a light, an LED light. So I would just turn on the light and feed, put back to bed. Going back to swaddling, as I mentioned before, swaddling is huge. I don't know if there's people that don't swaddle, but it's very important. The swaddles that I used, I'm gonna put them right here. These were the best swaddles I ever got. I tried a few afterwards, after he grew out of the 0 to 3. None of them were good, so I ended up just going with a sleep sack afterwards because he started to be able to roll. And that's when you want to stop swaddling, if you don't know. People do grab, you know, the swaddling blankets and swaddle them like that. But these ones were so much easier. You could do it quickly. It's not a difficult transition from your arms down to the swaddle. My baby would cry. As soon as I put him down, he would cry, he would scream. As soon as I did swaddle him nice and, you know, firmly, instantly he would stop crying. That's all they want, is to feel like they were in the womb and feel like they're nice and cuddled. If you're looking for swaddles or thinking what to do, I highly, highly recommend these ones. All right, so those are a few tips that you can take with you. Honestly, these were huge for me, and obviously learned from experience. It wasn't easy, of course not, but I'm very happy with the things that I've learned. There is a lot more I can share with you, so if anybody wants another video, let me know, and I will be posting a lot more baby and mother related content because I feel like I did a lot of research when I was pregnant, also when my baby was a newborn, and I was literally exhausted. But as soon as he would sleep, I would pull up YouTube, I would pull up TikTok just to search up the things that I needed help with. I would literally lose sleep as well because of that. All right, thank you so much, and hit the subscribe button if you want to stay along my journey. There's still a lot of learning to do throughout the way. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.